And we just finished talking about crafting literacy narratives, and the process has been really, really good. People here pointed out to me what I was thinking but had not put in the draft yet, and all the stuff that people noticed in terms of narrative or about time was affirming, because it did show that my draft did communicate certain things, and this conversation really helped me to clarify my thinking and decide on the kind of methodology to use to do more case study rather than a bigger methodological study, to focus more on the theoretical aspects and the methodological aspects.
We talked a lot about ideas that were quite practical, and looking at the different complications, because we may make assumptions about audience and the audience's dynamics with the writers based on some of the demographic and cultural dimensions.
A couple questions that came up in the first session that I noted were, what is the relationship between rhetorical listening and translingualism? And also, what's the relationship between translingualism and comparative rhetoric? So thinking about methodologies and approaching difficult, complex linguistic situations in new ways.
And some of the things we ended up discussing were the ways in which my methodology, my approach to using historiography to approach kind of current questions of translingualism and comparative rhetoric was a way to kind of look at how these issues persisted through time.
We discussed the role of academic custodian, as well as some of the methodological issues, such as validity of my data, as well as requirements for BA and MA theses and disciplinary differences, and how to account for those.
So getting all kinds of good feedback here this afternoon, and getting a chance to explain these issues to folks who are unfamiliar with it and get their perspective, which has really kind of helped shape my understanding of what I'll need to do here in order to share this with a wide audience and hopefully have an impact on educational practices and language revitalization.
I'm very thankful to my colleagues for their input and their comments and suggestions, and the opportunity to participate in this workshop and to share my ongoing work.